What if everything you've been taught about failure is quietly sabotaging you? What if the real problem isn't that you fail, but that you think failure means you're losing? Because somewhere along the way, most of us accepted a simple but dangerous idea. Success is on one side, failure is on the other. You either win or you lose. You either make it or you don't. But real life doesn't work like that. Real life is messier, slower, more unpredictable. And if you look closely at anyone who has built something meaningful, you'll notice something strange. Their path is filled with failure, not separate from it. Think about your own life for a second. Every skill you have right now, every strength you rely on, every bit of confidence you carry, it didn't come from getting things right the first time. It came from getting things wrong, from trying, falling short, adjusting, and trying again. But instead of seeing those moments as part of the process, we label them as mistakes. We feel embarrassed. We feel behind. We feel like we're not good enough. And slowly, without realizing it, we start avoiding the very thing that helps us grow. Failure is uncomfortable, no doubt. It challenges your identity. It forces you to confront your limits. It strips away the illusion of control. But here's the shift that changes everything. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a component of it, not an obstacle in the way, but a step along the path. When you understand this deeply, something inside you relaxes. You stop fighting failure, and you start learning from it. There's a quiet wisdom in accepting that you are allowed to be a beginner, that you are allowed to be imperfect, that you are allowed to try something and not succeed right away. In fact, that's exactly how it's supposed to work. But we live in a world that celebrates results and hides the process. We see the highlight reel, not the countless failed attempts behind it. So we compare our behind the scenes to someone else's finished product, and we feel like we're failing when really we're just in the middle of becoming. Let's be honest. Part of why failure hurts so much is because of the meaning we attach to it. We don't just say, "This didn't work." We say, "I didn't work." We turn an outcome into an identity. And that's where the real damage happens. Because once you believe that failure defines you, you stop taking risks. You start playing safe. You shrink your goals to avoid disappointment. And slowly your potential fades, not because you couldn't achieve it, but because you stopped trying. But what if you approached failure differently? What if instead of asking, "Why did I fail?" you asked, "What did this teach me?" That small shift turns every setback into information. Every mistake becomes feedback. Every failure becomes a guide, pointing you toward a better approach. It doesn't mean it stops hurting. It just means the pain becomes useful. There's also something strangely liberating about accepting that failure is inevitable. You're going to mess up. You're going to make wrong decisions. You're going to have days where nothing works. And that's okay, because it means you're in the game. It means you're moving. It means you're not standing still waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. And here's where balance comes in. You don't have to treat failure like a tragedy. You can treat it with curiosity, almost like an experiment. That didn't work. Interesting. What can I change? That playful mindset doesn't make you careless. It makes you resilient. It keeps you from taking every setback personally. It allows you to stay light, even when things feel heavy. Some of the most powerful growth happens in those moments where things don't go as planned. When your expectations are shattered and you're forced to rethink everything. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's also where clarity is born, where you discover what truly matters, where you realize that your worth isn't tied to a single outcome. And maybe that's the deeper lesson here. Success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about continuing despite it. It's about showing up again after things didn't work. It's about trusting that every step, even the messy ones, are shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, more capable. So the next time you fail, and you will pause for a moment. Instead of rushing to judge yourself, take a breath. Look at what happened. Be honest but not harsh. Learn what you can. Adjust your approach. And then try again. Not because you're desperate to prove something, but because you understand that this is part of the journey. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the price of admission. And once you accept that, you stop fearing it. and start using it. And here's something most people don't realize until much later. The real danger isn't failure. It's avoiding failure. It's choosing comfort over growth. It's staying in situations that feel safe, but slowly drain your potential. Because when you avoid failure, you also avoid discovery. You avoid learning what you're capable of. You avoid the moments that could change your life. There's a quiet courage in trying again after something didn't work. Not loudly, not dramatically, but consistently. It's waking up and deciding, I'm still going. Even when you don't feel ready. Even when you're not sure it will work this time. That kind of persistence doesn't come from blind optimism. It comes from understanding the process. From knowing that progress is rarely linear. Some days you'll feel like you're moving forward. Other days it will feel like you're going backwards. But even that is part of the rhythm. Growth isn't a straight line. It's a cycle. You try, you fail, you learn, you improve, and then you repeat. And each time you go through that cycle, you're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience. It's also important to recognize that not all failures are equal. Some will be small and forgettable. Others will hit you hard. They'll shake your confidence. They'll make you question everything. In those moments, it's easy to feel like giving up, to tell yourself that maybe this isn't for you. But those are the moments that matter the most, because how you respond there defines your trajectory. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing. Willing to face the discomfort. Willing to sit with the uncertainty. Willing to keep going even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. That's where real strength is built. Not in perfect conditions, but in imperfect ones. There's also a deeper philosophical truth here. Much of our suffering comes not from failure itself, but from our resistance to it. We want things to go our way. We want certainty. We want control. But life doesn't always cooperate. And when we fight that reality, we create unnecessary pain. But when we accept that setbacks are part of the human experience, we move differently, with more patience, with more perspective. Think of it like this. If you knew that every failure was moving you closer to something meaningful, would you still fear it the same way? Probably not. You might even welcome it. Not because it feels good, but because you understand its role. That's the mindset shift that changes everything. And don't forget to keep a sense of play in all of this. You don't have to carry every attempt like it's the final verdict on your life. Sometimes it's okay to experiment, to try something just to see what happens, to laugh at your mistakes instead of hiding from them. That lightness doesn't make you less serious. It makes you more adaptable. At the end of the day, success isn't built on perfection. It's built on persistence, on showing up, learning, adjusting, and continuing over and over again. And the people who go the furthest aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who refuse to stop because of it. So if you're in a place right now where things aren't working, where you feel stuck or discouraged, understand this. You're not off track. You're in the middle of the process. This moment, as uncomfortable as it is shaping you. It's teaching you things that success alone never could. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep experimenting. And most importantly, stop seeing failure as a verdict. It's not telling you who you are. It's showing you how to grow. If this made you pause and think even for a moment, share your experience. What's a failure that taught you something valuable? Or what's something you're afraid to try because you might fail? Put it into words. Sometimes saying it out loud is the first step toward changing how you see it.